What is up, my friends? We are back with another Wednesday comic book haul, this time for Wednesday, February 6th, 2019. I've said it before and I will say it again. Prior to doing these videos, I had absolutely no concept of time. One day just rolled into the next, and that's just how I was living my life until I started making these videos and I had to pay attention to the weeks and days and things like that. So this has been really fun for me. If this is your first time coming through the channel, thanks a lot for stopping by. I really appreciate you taking out the time to watch, and hopefully you see some things that you like, or you just enjoy the vibe of the video overall. And if you do, please be sure to give the video a like, share with your friends, subscribe, and comment. I love hearing from each and every one of you. Let me know what kind of books you're into, what kind of characters you're into and stuff. I like to get to know the people who are watching these videos. I take that very seriously. Current subscribers, you know how this goes. Each and every one of you rock, and I appreciate you spending time with me each and every week, checking out these videos, chatting with me in the comments or in real life, for those of you that I know in real life. With that being said, this week's haul is a pretty light one. There are probably about 20 plus books in this week's haul. I also have some books that I grabbed to complete a run or collection. So I'm pretty excited about that. I can't wait to show those off. I've been holding on to a few of them for quite some time now, waiting to get the entire collection so I could just show it off at one time. And I'm really, really excited about that. I'll save that for the end of the video though, so stay tuned. With that being said, let's get into this week's haul, and we'll start off with Marvel's The Immortal Hulk. Now, The Immortal Hulk is something I've heard so many good things about. Not one person I know that's reading this has anything bad to say about it. Everyone seems to love this title. And I finally got around to reading issues 1 through 3, and I could see why, and I saw why very quickly. The first issue, when I got to the end, I understood what was going on, and I will definitely continue to pick up this title for sure. It was a great time. I never read anything Hulk related, so it was pretty cool. Well, I shouldn't say that. I read No Surrender, the Avengers No Surrender. So I remember the first appearance of the Immortal Hulk, which was pretty cool, but I never really dived in deep into the character of the Hulk. So this was a fun jumping on point for me, and I can't wait to read more because I'm having a great time so far. So, The Immortal Hulk, issue number 13. Old Man Quill, number 1, the A cover, beautiful cover. I know there were a few variants for this one, but I just grabbed the A cover. I only saw the A cover, if I'm being honest, but I'm very happy with this one. I like this one the most out of all the covers. And I really enjoyed reading Old Man Hawkeye, so I figured I would enjoy reading Old Man Quill, especially since they're both written by Ethan Sachs. So can't wait to see how this one shakes out. Looking forward to reading this very soon. Tony Stark, Iron Man, issue number 8. Sitting in the whiskey glass, just hanging out. So this is a pretty cool cover. Saw it a while ago. One of those things I knew I had to have. So I'm glad the day is finally here where I can add this to my collection. I also grabbed the Phil Noto variant, which is extremely beautiful. Took a trip to the local 2nd and Charles and found the Skrull variant for Deadpool, issue number 9. Great cover right there. I'm going to do my best to collect all of them at some point, just to do it. Why not? Goals. And I was also able to grab a 2nd and Charles Uncanny X-Men Skrulls cover, issue number 11. If you have a 2nd and Charles in your area and you haven't checked it out, I recommend that you check it out. They seem to do pretty well, at least in my area. I always walk out of there with one book that I didn't see anywhere else, usually, more often than not. I come out there with one book, so at the least. Very rarely do I walk out of there empty-handed. Beautiful cover. Enter now, Age of X-Men, Marvelous X-Men, issue number 1. That is the A cover. And I was also able to get 2 copies of this amazing Victor Hugo cover. Gorgeous. It seems that these covers are sold out on Midtown, or this cover is sold out on Midtown. Moving on to Boom Studios, The Empty Man by Cullen Bunn. This is issue number 4. A great read, very creepy. If you've been here for a while, you know I love creepy, horror, thriller related stories, and this is definitely all of that. So looking forward to reading issue number 5. I took time to read a few books tonight. This was one of them, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Can't wait to read issue number 5. The Girl in the Bay by Burger Books. I picked this one up for my lovely lady. Hopefully she'll be enjoying this one pretty soon. The cover just grabbed my attention. It made me think that it would be something she would enjoy, possibly. This is issue number 1 of 4. The way things go around here, I'll probably end up reading it first because we have similar taste in books. So I'm sure if she'll like it, I love it. And we like to talk about them as we read them. So it gives us something to bond over, which we dig. So, The Girl in the Bay. Beautiful cover. Self-Made, issue number 3. Can't wait to read this one. I've been enjoying Self-Made so far. Image doesn't steer me wrong. More often than not, I love their titles, so they do a great job over there. So, Self-Made, issue number 3 by Image. Vindication, issue number 1. This will be a short series or short run. I want to say 4 or 5 issues, somewhere around those, around that number, which is cool. Can't wait to read this one this weekend. I will be doing a lot of reading this weekend, so I'm excited about that. Another book I got around to reading tonight, as I like to do. Each time this comes out, I like to read it the day of. This is The Freeze, issue number 3 by Image. Great title. If you're not reading it, just very briefly, the whole population of the earth has been frozen, with the exception of this gentleman right here. And he has the power to unfreeze anyone he likes, or anyone he wants to, I should say. And I'll just let your mind wander from there. And if you want to see what happens, you're going to have to pick up a copy. Great title. But how scary and cool would that be if you woke up one day and you could just unfreeze anyone you wanted? Prodigy, issue number 3. A cover, I believe. Great cover. I read issue number 1 last weekend and I really enjoyed it. I had been hearing good things about this title. Just took me a while to get around to it, but when I finally did, I enjoyed it. So I will definitely continue to read this one, and I may even add it to my pull list. I added Freeze today to my pull list. I'm really excited about that. I don't want to miss a copy. Unnatural, issue number 7, the B cover. Great issue. I was able to read this tonight also. I love Unnatural. I just adore this book, so I can't wait to read more. Issue number 8 can't get here fast enough. And last for Image, we have Die, issue number 3. This beautiful cover. If I'm being honest, issue number 2 lost me a little bit, so I have to reread it. just to catch up. I may even start from the beginning and just read 1 through 3. But the writing was a little tricky for me to wrap my head around, so I just want to give it another shot. And I'm pretty sure it's me. You know, I'm not saying that the book is bad by any means, and I actually love the artwork. I just have to reread it to fully grasp what's going on. So if you're reading it, let me know what you think. If you're having the same issue, or if I'm just just crazy. That could definitely be the case. Moving on to DC, we're starting with Man and Superman. This is a one-shot. Can't wait to read this one this weekend. I'm really looking forward to reading, if you can't tell. I love when I have time to just sit back, relax, and read. Female Furies, issue number 1. This was recommended to me by my buddy Manshun, who is awesome and never steers me wrong as far as books are concerned. He was telling me early how good Immortal Hulk was, and I'm just now getting around to it. I will not miss the boat on Female Furies. So he's great, and he's one of those people who has a wealth of information when it comes to comic books. I'm sure other things too, but we usually talk about comic books, and he's just one of those guys that could just rattle off information. I think that's so dope. I want to get to that point, being that I'm still new. I'm just building my base, and then, you know, I'm sure I'll get to that point at some point, but I admire that about people who just retain all that information. So he's awesome. Thanks for the recommendation, my friend. And for those of you who have recommendations, if you're reading something that you really enjoy, you don't see it on the channel, let me know. I'm not opposed to reading new things. I've gotten some really good recommendations from some subscribers, so don't be shy. Mr. Sean Murphy's Batman 64 B cover. Beautiful cover. What can you say about that one? It looks gorgeous. Sean Murphy does excellent work. I really enjoyed reading The White Knight. One of my favorite titles of last year, hands down. And the hot book of the day, I'm seeing this book everywhere with good reason, and that is Harley Quinn, issue number 58. I was able to get my hands on 2 copies early. I went back to the comic shop because I missed Girl by the Bay, or Girl in the Bay, and I noticed that these had already risen in price from cover price to above cover price. So I was really happy to see that, and also to know that I got my copies early. Beautiful cover. By Mr. Derek Chu. Last but not least for DC, for this week's haul, we have Adventures of the Super Sons Trapped in an Intergalactic Juvie. This is issue 7 of the 12-issue maxi series. One of my reads for tonight, and I love this issue. I'm having a great time reading Super Sons. I had no idea I would ever be reading this. Somehow I stumbled upon it, and I enjoy it, and I look forward to it. It's one of my favorite titles, hands down. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if you're into this type of stuff and you haven't read Super Sons yet, give it a shot. There's a lot going on. You won't be bored, I assure you. And with that being said, let's move on into the collection that I just completed. I'm really excited to show it and share it with you all, so let's get to it. First, we're starting off with DC Universe Rebirth Superman issue number 10. This is the first team appearance of the Super Sons, which is really cool. This is the B cover. Great cover. It's in great condition. I was at a local comic shop the past weekend who had a sale, 50% off all back issues. So I was just perusing, going through long boxes, just hanging out, taking my time, and stumbled upon this one and had to have it. I knew instantly what it was. But I was so surprised I had to check the internet just to make sure it was what it was. So glad to have this one. Couldn't be happier. Can't wait to have it graded. And it was 50% off of cover, so it wasn't a bad deal at all. So next up, I ordered a lot off of eBay. I needed 2 books that I was missing from the Rebirth Super Sons run, and the lot had maybe 6 books altogether. I don't know, 6 or 7 books altogether, but I only needed 2, but the price was so good I didn't mind getting the other ones and just having multiple copies. So with that being said, we have issue number 4, the B cover, issue number 5, B cover, issue number 6, the B cover, which is one of the ones that I needed. So I'm really happy about this. It's in great condition. I don't have any horror stories as of yet dealing with eBay, so I'm lucky in that respect. I hear people, you know, online and things like that having horror stories. I haven't had the same experience yet, luckily. Issue number 7. That's the A cover. Smoking Hot issue number 8, which is in beautiful condition. I'm really excited about this. I'm sure this would be a 9/8 if I had it graded, which is my goal. I want to have both the A covers and the B covers graded. That would be really cool for me. Just something I want to do since it's my favorite run. Or favorite title, I should say. I just love the Super Sons, what I'm getting at. Issue number 9. And issue number 10. I also grabbed, I was really excited. I thought issue number, 6 and 8 were it for me. That was all I needed. I looked at the back of the omnibus and I realized that I was missing another book, so I had to track it down. I got it on Amazon. It came to me a little beat up, so I had to chat with the sender, and I was able to get a refund, which is cool. But I will be looking for a better copy very shortly. But I'm excited that I was just able to read it because I wanted to see what it had to offer. So this is A Very DC Rebirth Holiday, and it is pretty mangled, as you can see up in the corner. The back looks pretty bad. They just sent it in a bubble mailer, so obviously they don't deal with comic book collectors, I would say. So, it is what it is. At least I was able to get a refund, which was cool. I wasn't expecting it. I was just letting them know, hey, I received this. It was in poor condition. I was expecting new, and they refunded me the money. So, no questions asked kind of thing. So I'm a happy camper there. I'll use that money to buy a better copy for sure. So now my collection is complete of the Super Sons. I can move on to something else and have some more fun this year collecting a different run. So there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you saw some things that you liked. And if you did, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. If you're new, please check out some older videos. Have some fun there. Don't be shy. Hit me up. I love chatting with each and every one of you. I hope everyone was able to grab everything that they were looking for this week. And if not, I hope you find it very soon and for a great price. And with that being said, get back out there and grab those.